Dallas. The soap opera that never got off the ground was filmed here last season. They had flashes of dramatic brilliance, but nothing that was truly iconic. A few things undid it. Firstly, the on-field chaos wasn't sustained. And secondly, the Dallas Cowboys are a good team this season. Their fans boasted that Dak was all they needed to get back to relevance. We laughed in their faces. But it turns out they were right. Not only laying claim to a reinvigorated offense, but an elite defense led by a Dan Quinn more in his comfort zone. He oversaw great legions in Seattle. Without Trayvon Diggs and Micah Parsons are performing in his scheme, America's team has become rightfully insufferable. The boys have lost 2 out of 3 with their offense inexplicably shutting down, but those are fluke concerns. Soap opera aficionados can look elsewhere for their fix, because it isn't happening here. Maybe they can try their opponent. The Las Vegas Raiders are having a season for the ages. A drama-filled epic that will be regaled in the same light as the 1993 Houston Oilers and the bickering Bills when it's all said and done. From the tales of Gruden's emails to Henry Ruggs to Damon Arnett to several of their locker room leaders being torn apart by injury. It's cruel dark humor that would have been seen in the works of Voltaire. A series of painful events that have shaken the team to its core. Las Vegas has barely been able to hold on, but they're losing grip quickly on the situation. They've lost 3 straight in depressing fashion. A fear lingers on in the black hole. The annual midseason collapse is underway, and the Raiders need to bounce back quickly if they are to salvage the year. Not many are giving them a chance, and for good reason. Many expect the Cowboys to dispatch the Raiders with ease. This ain't the 70s anymore, Grandpa. The autumn wind doesn't flow through Dallas. It's because they play in a dome. Hopefully one that will protect the remaining wide receivers. CeeDee Lamb wasn't able to make it past concussion protocol, thus forcing Jerry to kill several doctors for this failure. Amari Cooper had one too many unprotected flings with Corona Chen and is still stuck in COVID protocol. Their receiving core is hollowed out. It shouldn't be a major issue though, especially as the game begins with a deep touchdown to Deshaun Jackson. Deshaun Jackson? Shouldn't that guy have a show on the Vegas Strip or something? Dude is 34 and he's still burning secondaries across football. Dallas has slight grumblings, but no real concerns as of yet. Them boys. They're going to the promised land. Dak and Zeke and Amari are the truth. Okay, not Amari today, but once he gets back, he will be. With this efficient, tactful drive for a quick touchdown, there's no reason not to believe this. As Greg the wide left leg strikes with fury and misses the extra point. Of course. But look and behold, a juicy fumble and outstanding heads-up play by the defense to recover the ball. The bad news was that Darren Waller didn't take 3 full steps and it was ruled an incomplete pass. Raiders get really lucky here. Half a second longer and this is a fumble. Everyone bitches at Mike McCarthy for being useless, but he probably couldn't challenge the ruling to begin with. The fortunate thing is that there is confidence that the Raiders will lose everything at the craps table. They can do nothing against Dallas might. But the officials can. Pass interference on Anthony Brown. He's a special character, this corner. He believes in the power of BOGO. You get 1 pass interference call of greater or equal value free from the most hated man in Frisco. That Vegas touchdown drive was thanks to Anthony Brown. And nothing else. But that's Samir Rich to the real star of this game. The refball. Oh, the performances by Sean Hockley and his crew put every game changer on the Cowboys to shame. Great runs undone by shaky holding calls. Penalty after penalty thrown onto the field, mostly against Dallas if you ask Cowboys fans. The refs either had money on this game or are expert trolls. Las Vegas may be up 17-6, but the officials are making the game about themselves and or the lack of discipline on both teams. These two are some of the most penalized teams in the league, you know. Dallas is now in no man's land on 4th and 7. Punt the ball or go for it? No, just make Greg the wide left leg try to kick it from 59 yards out. He at least doinked it for the memes. After even more penalty flags thrown onto the field, the Cowboys offense somehow was not penalized for a big game. Up next, we will see how Tony Pollard has become a better running back than Zeke is right now. Touchdown, Cowboys. Life is restoring to order. At halftime, league executives are masturbating furiously. We have a game again. And nothing makes it more of a revival of the 70s than a massive brawl taking place after a routine punt. The jabs, the jawing, and the scrums brought back the fury. Kelvin Joseph and Roderick Teamer started the battle, but it's undeniable. Both teams want this game. Both teams need this game. And best of all, nobody is going to be suspended for this fracas. Just mandatory donations to the NFL settlement with St. Louis Fund. Perhaps that money could be used to help the Cowboys as they seem to be struggling for the third time in 4 weeks against an opponent they should be crushing, but something else is a scapegoat. Wonderful refball. How is this roughing the passer? What do you want Micah Parsons to do here? Derek Carr is falling to the ground and the helmet hits are incidental. But that's the rule of the land, apparently. We can't breathe on quarterbacks because ratings. It's good enough to get the Raiders back to a 2-score lead. If only there was elite talent that could bail out the Cowboys from this horrible predicament.
Here I come to save the day.
The perfect play for the perfect situation. Excellent tactical genius to get Tony Pollard to run a kickback for a touchdown. Tom Landry himself couldn't write it up any better. This pylon was given a 15-yard penalty for taunting an official. Can we also give the Dallas offense a 15-yard penalty for trying to be too cute on the 2-point conversion? Dallas is still down by 5, so they'll need a strong defensive stand to have any chance of victory. It would have been perfect if it weren't for Anthony fucking Brown. His third defensive PI on the day. Anyone who bet on the over on how many penalties he had is now in the money. I bet the officials may have made a few parlays themselves. The Raiders were at least stopped in their tracks for a field goal. However, there was a glum feeling throughout Jerry's shrine. Dallas is having certain victories slip through their grasp. They know what they need to survive. High-end talent, baby. The kind of performances that make Jerry Boy harden his executive suite. The relentless offensive attack ends the agony in 4 plays. But they call more penalties on the offense. They can't recover from the Zebras and must settle for a field goal. And they must settle for their secondary falling apart until the last possible moment, conveniently saved by more refball. False start because the center moved his head? Really? The lead is back up to 8 for Las Vegas. Time is no longer on their side. Dem boys now have less than 4 minutes to score a touchdown and salvage the match. That's it? 4 minutes? This is nothing for the group Jerry Jones has assembled. Don't they know that everything is expected to be given to the Cowboys? It's in the NFL charter. I'm not kidding, look it up. Gaze at all of their talent as they score another touchdown in 2 plays. Their legend grows with a 2-point conversion. Outstanding tactical genius by Mike McCarthy. No one can be carried by talent better than him. But the Raiders return the favor, and they will push hard again. However, there's a problem. They are in extreme range for a field goal. Daniel Carlson will need to be at his best to save them here.
Carlson's kick. And it is good!
He's come a long way from being thrown under a train by Mike Zimmer, hasn't he? An immaculate shot to give the Raiders another 3-point lead. Now the Cowboys need to strike again within 2 minutes this time. By the good Lord above, do they succeed. The back and forth battles of forward passes and flags fly as if they are special effects. The budget for this game must have been enormous. And as they line up for a field goal to tie the game, we know the motto.
Here's the kick from 45 for the tie. Zerline delivers.
Everything's bigger in Texas. Even the Thanksgiving games. We're going to overtime. Cowboys fans can see it now. A chance at the #1 seed in the NFC. It's a long shot, but never say never. The truth is that Dallas is winning. It has been written in the book of Jerry many times before. Receiving the ball first in overtime, it is quickly revealed to us that the Cowboys suffer another penalty, ripping them in the back, followed by a quick 3-and-out and forced punt. The Raiders, shocker, take another penalty. They must trek over 75 yards to find pay dirt. And while Josh Jacobs blistered through Dallas's vaunted defense, Micah Parsons is a fucking beast. There's no way they're converting a 3rd and 18.
Carr was looking at him. Now he goes the other side. Down the field to Zay Jones. And it's going to generate another flag on Anthony Brown.
Anthony fucking Brown. I would highly recommend he leave Dallas by secret passageway after this game, for the city is ready to kill him along with the officials. 4 critical pass interference penalties, this one a potential killing blow. Gotta turn your head around, man, this isn't Detroit. Now the Raiders are in field goal range and hope is all but lost. The Raiders will bide their time and line up for the kick. Just let the optimism die. But first, more big plays from our lovely officials. False start on the offense to push them back 5 yards. Okay, that previous statement was deceitful. Let's end it now. It'd be nice if the Cowboys didn't jump off sides there. Perhaps the 3rd time's a charm for once. What is discipline? Is that some ancient art form that was abolished by the Catholic Church? Goodwin's anti-heroics saved the Raiders from missing a crucial field goal since the play was blown dead. The refs are turning into Oprah.
You get a penalty, you get a penalty, and you get a penalty. Everyone's getting flagged today. Here we go, this time for real, and it is delivered good.
How about them zebras? It only took us 4 tries, but the Raiders do the unthinkable. They not only potentially salvaged their season, but massively upset the Dallas Cowboys in Dallas in a game they needed to have. 38.5 million people saw impeccable ref ball with a side of pigskin. What a gutsy performance by Las Vegas. Their roller coaster year of insanity and indignity continues on as their collapse may have been exaggerated. And we know what's responsible for this. A coin. Like all things that make no sense in 2021, it has accurately predicted the outcome of every single Raiders game this season. If it is correct, it predicts that they will sneak into the 7th seed with a 10-7 record. All hail the coin. May its wisdom and impartiality guide us in all aspects of life. The greatest game brought about an equally greater aftermath for Dallas. Jerry Jones was irate. The volcano has erupted with fury. Jerry Boy has publicly lambasted both the officials and the league for their incompetence in ref ball. He demands discretion in how games are reffed, since it was his team that lost this crucial contest. Jerry will both be writing an angry email to the NFL and planting a severed horse's head in Rodgers' bed. Despite his anger, all of the complaining still won't save them from reality. Their number 1 seed aspirations are all but gone. Potentially 3 games back of it with 6 games left? Near impossible. Just like the final stats from the greatest game itself. Let us take a moment and truly reflect on the majesty that we have just seen. If John Madden were still giving out turkey legs, they should go to Sean Hockley and his officiating group for their impactful performance in all facets. Jerry Jones would certainly agree.